This is about a hierarchy of the competitive regulatory agencies, the competitive governance I want to set up. You have competitive governance within one state, not competitive governance of states competing for businesses. But within each state, each individual selects what competitive government they want to go with. They can meet up with 5% of their fellow citizens, become members of a competitive government, a CRA, competitive regulatory agency, and they get to govern them. So what's the parent sector board? The parent sector board, first I have to tell you this. We separate all government power into 30 sectors: education, top prosecutor, the military, environmental laws, banking laws, all those things, helping the poor. We separate into that many, 30 of them. So the parent sector board gets a representative from all the different CRAs. Each CRA sends up a representative elected by the citizens, or if the CRA chooses to say to the people, trust us, and we'll send one up that's going to protect our interest, then you trust your CRA. If you want to go with that CRA. Then the parent sector board, they never regulate anything. They are the keepers of the Constitution, the keepers of the structure. They can tell a CRA or a sector board, you're going outside your lines of jurisdiction. The police, how is that different than the prisons? They're both law enforcement to some degree, the prison guards and the like. So where does that separate at? So and then where's the commander in chief versus the military? Those are going to be two different sectors. The land and water versus the environmental controls. They're going to try to have some overlap. The parent sector board deals with all that. So they can't not regulate, but they can enforce the structure of the whole thing. So the sector boards and the CRAs have to obey the parent sector board, not in a regulation. You can't tell them what to do. They can say you're going outside of your bounds, or you're not taking care of the things that you need to take care of. You need to increase your standards. You need to take care of what you're supposed to be taking care of, because part of competitive governments is you get to be governed by the way you want to, but you go too libertarian and you're not taking care of some of the things that you need to take care of. Everybody has to contribute to helping the poor. Everybody has to contribute to providing the military to protect our country from foreign foes, and the like. There's a lot to that. Everybody has to contribute to making a rule of law and keeping people on the bad guys in prison. So you have to be doing those things to be a CRA. To be a CRA, a competitive governments, you have to accomplish the goals set before you. Doing that, you compete on how productive and effective you get to you do that. How effective you do that. Okay. A lot more videos to look at, and I'm doing a lot of videos on this hierarchy, probably about a dozen different videos. Take a look at those on my social media, and then always go to Haley2024.org for my website. Until the next video.